Hey guys, so I had what I think is a pretty cool idea. Um, we've accomplished a lot so far this year, and we've done a lot, and I think we've earned a little bit of fun. So I had an amazing idea that I want to share with you. Next week, I am going to have a student week, and what this means is essentially that the last 15 minutes of every class next week, that'll be the Monday and the Tuesday class, Wednesday for groups 1 and 2, and then Thursday for group 3. That last 15 minutes belongs to you. Now, this isn't exactly like a social time because it's going to be productive and fun. Because I know things about you that your peers might not. For example, I know that we have singers, musicians, we have people who do dance and ballet and voice impersonations and things like that. And unfortunately, you guys are keeping these awesome talents to yourself. So I wanted to give you some time to debut yourself, so to speak. And there's three rules that kind of go along with this. First of all, whatever you're showing or whatever you're telling or demonstrating does need to be school appropriate. Um, Probably not a big shock. If you have a bazooka and homemade pipe rocket collection, keep that to yourself. If you can belch the Gettysburg Address, I don't think we want to hear that. Or if you can juggle 5 live dancing hamsters at the same time, um, that may be a little too dangerous for what we have going on. So, but pretty much anything else is up for game. Um, Rule number 2 is you're only allowed to say nice things. Because it does take a lot of, courage and bravery to get up and to sing a song or play the piano or show the class pictures of you rock climbing or whatever it is that you do. So just know, no matter what it is, no matter how you do, you're going to get a round of applause and people are going to think that you're awesome. Let's see here. So, the show and tell, it's kind of like a show and tell talent show, pretty open-ended, really. It's not going to be like super structured by any means, but you can show me your collections. You can show us your hobbies, your talents, really anything, as long as it helps us better understand who you are. So this is, for example, a fantastic opportunity to show the really cool things that you got over the break. Those of you who watched the orientation video know that I like my Rubik's Cubes, and my wife got me a 12-sided Rubik's Cube. Look at this thing. There's 6 sides, so let me orientate. Okay, so you can see the 6 sides there. 1 on the top, 6 on the bottom, or 5 on the bottom. And then if I flip it over, there's a different 6. So it's a 12-sided Rubik's Cube, and it's pretty cool. If you didn't do anything like that over break, you could still show us your animals. I have a dog. Come here. Come on. Come on, get up here. She's a little shy. Come on. Luna. Luna. Come on. Almost. Almost. Oh, there she is. Oh, there's my girl. So this is Luna. She is, look over here, sweetie. She is a 1-year-old white lab. Let me orientate this down a little bit. And she is my office buddy. She comes in here and we hang out and, she listens to me, gives me, good teaching tips and things like that. All right, go ahead and get down. So if you have a pet, I'd love to see your pet. You can also show off your talents. For example, over the break, I picked up whittling. So I took a block of wood that kind of looks like this, and I turned it into stuff. I don't know how well you can see that. I'll try to get it over my face. So I thought it'd be funny if I carved a knife out of wood. A little bit of irony, maybe. So there's something I made. I also whittled a hatchet. I thought that it was also kind of funny to kind carve a woodworking tool out of wood, and again, it came from a block of wood, like this. I also made this little arrow. Um, I'm actually a little frustrated. I only made this because the axe head that I literally spent like 2 hours working on, this axe head broke off. So I had to improvise. And I made an arrow. The cool thing is, my consolation prize is I have a huge amount of wood shavings. I have no idea what I'm going to do with this. And you can even share something a little embarrassing if you would like. For example, when preparing for this video, I was kind of holding my wood shaving bucket, and I was like, how am I going to show off all these wood shavings? And I kind of went, whoop, and that's what happened. I got wood shavings everywhere. Please don't tell my boss. But I got on my shop vac, and I cleaned my keyboard, and everything seems to be working great now. So that's fun and exciting. So that's what you guys are going to be doing. You're going to be telling me about yourself, your talents, your hobbies, showing off family, animals, whatever. You will have, and this is rule number 3, 2 minutes to do this. 120 seconds, 40 seconds shy of 200 seconds. Really, however you want to think about that 2 minutes, that's how long you have. So, how is this going to work? And really, I'm going to be pretty open about it. Again, you can, what I see most people doing is coming in, turning on their talk button, or turning on their webcam, for example. I will have webcams open, so even if you just want to say, hi, this is what I look like, and that's it. And then you can, cover up your microphone or your camera just enough to say, this is my face, and then, cover it up. That's perfectly fine with me. We just want to see you. So I'm going to give you 2 minutes, and you can, come in, do your little thing. You can do it live, talk button, camera, or you can show us pictures. You could make a YouTube video or something. So, for example, if you're a gymnast and you can do some amazing things on the high bars or whatever, feel free to film it. Again, we're doing this next week, and I'm gesturing my head towards next week. So you have a week to prepare your video or your pictures, or figure out, what you're going to do. Are you going to tell some jokes? You can tell 3-4 jokes within 2 minutes. So really, it's, whatever you want past that. With that being said, I look forward to seeing you in class. I genuinely think it's going to be so much fun. So come to class, get ready for that, and I think that together, we're going to have an amazing time next week. So see you then. Bye.